Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the DeTalented Podcast. We are back again with our second week in what is turning into a series where not only are we talking about this event, we've also got 30 tickets to give away to it. Jimmy, would anything make you more excited than being able to watch firefighters and cops punch each other in the face for charity?
Nothing.
Dude.
Nothing would make me more excited.
Did you know that we have 30 tickets to give away?
30?
30 tickets.
30.
All they've got to do is comment Guns and Hoses in the comment sections, like the video and share the video. You want to click subscribe so you can see when we give the tickets away. But you can win free tickets to Guns and Hoses on April 11th.
Live.
At the Ford Center.
In person.
Live. We are live. As always, I am with my bestest good buddy, and I've called him talented the last few weeks. So this week I'm going to call him.
Can you keep that going?
No, I was going to call you a cuck this week. Is that
Whoa.
Whoa. Jimmy the Talent, say hi.
What? I don't think I like that.
How do you like that?
I don't think I like that at all. I'm doing great this week. I'm excited, man. Last week was great. This week's going to be great.
This week is great.
I'm excited.
Because we have got the monster man here himself today.
Yeah,
the one we learned of, the living legend last week. They told us about him. We immediately said he was our guy. We're rooting for him. In the studio with us right now, we've got Sam, the Steel Hammer Smith. Yeah, Sam, go ahead and say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Man, we are super excited to have you, Sam. Now, Sam, they introduced you, so this isn't me saying this. Let's just get this clear real quick, right? No reason to punch the host. They said, what endeared you to us was that you are 60 years old, right?
I'm 59 and a half.
59 and a half.
Oh, man, don't be giving him those 6 months.
I know. See, they said
it. Yeah,
it was Big Sexy said it. Or actually, I think it might have been Chris Rowe that said it. But
they were aging.
That's who you go after. Okay. But no, so impressive, man, that you're in this year's event.
Yes, sir.
So dude, I'm 50. No shot. I'm going in there and getting punched in my face.
Yeah, but you shook his hand. You understand he's not built like you.
I understand. You know what I did on the way here?
What?
Ate a pack of Chewy Sweet Tarts. And then I ate a Snicker bar downstairs.
You know what I did?
I was starving.
You know what I did before I got here in this seat?
You worked?
No, well, I did that, but I was breathing really heavy climbing those stairs.
No, that's what we do.
That took it out of me for a while.
Sam, what do you do to stay in shape at 59 and a half years old, man? How do you stay in good enough shape? Because we talked about this a little bit last week, man, and I'll touch on it again.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you can play whatever sport you want. You can play basketball, you can play baseball, you can play football, you can be a swimmer, you can do there is nothing that takes conditioning like fighting. Nothing. Yep. You ever watch? You can watch a couple guys that look like they're in shape. If they're not in shape to fight, they'll be leaned over, hands on their knees, huffing and puffing, man. Right? Yeah. So how do you? What do you do, man? What's your regimen? What do you do?
Well, about 15 years ago, I tried to stay home and age. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
So started boxing 11 years ago, and didn't start out. When I first started, I could only do about 2 practices a week, and it took everything out of me. And each year I had more and more. So right now I'm up to maybe 5 or 6 days of training, pretty hard. And usually 5 days in a boxing gym. And then I do a day of cardio, and I do like plyometrics and calisthenics. I don't do any type of weightlifting. I just do push-ups and free squats. I use like kettlebells and all that stuff, but nothing heavy.
Yeah. And we talked a little bit about that too, about how boxing is not about that big. Matter of fact, a lot of muscle will just start. I mean, it's not that you don't have a lot of muscle, but guys that are big in like weight training and stuff, that just starts, takes your oxygen.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. Those guys are, you look at those big muscle guys, they have no cardio. Yeah. None. They have no
So
cardio.
I'm no mathematician here, but you started boxing at 48?
Yes. Never boxed before.
Started at 48.
Never boxed before.
Wow.
I did MMA fought 4 MMA fights, never threw a punch. That's why I got out of it.
Yeah?
Because I was getting clobbered.
Yeah.
And I would kick, and I tried to be like a Horace Gracie, take people down, and then I made the decision, do I really want to pursue this, or maybe going more into the grappling arts? That's what I did. I stuck with judo, and I didn't like getting punched.
Yeah.
But
and then you started boxing.
Then got into boxing.
Yeah. Boxing's the biggest thing around here.
So then were you training with David Overfield over at Nice Guy Submission when you were doing your MMA stuff, or?
I'm way before
Okay.
Dave Overfield. In fact, I gave Dave Overfield his first jiu-jitsu lesson. And he came to me, and then 16 years later, after I retired, I did an MMA fight for a hook and shoot in the main event.
Okay.
Dave Overfield was teaching me, so it's kind of cyclic.
I know.
It's really kind of neat.
So we were we were doing Ryukyu Kempo for a while, and he was 20 and I was 30. So I guess he's 40 now. But it was with some guys named Gil Rhodes and Aaron Crosby. I don't know if you know those guys or not.
Yeah, Gil's the one that brought David to me.
Gil's a good dude. I love Gil. So then you started doing that, and then you said, I'm going to go ahead and start boxing.
Well,
I don't like getting punched, but I'm going
to be a pugilist, though.
There's a reason for it, okay? The reason I got into boxing was I went through a nasty divorce and got into a toxic relationship. And basically, I had nothing else really to lose. And I felt if I could just win at something in life, I could get back rolling again. And I was living in an apartment. I didn't have a paycheck for like 11 months. Had to work these side jobs, and I knew if I could just win in one area of my life, things would start getting back into track. And that's what happened. I threw myself into this. In fact, I took on a legend of Guns N' Hoses, a very popular fighter. He was a people's champ. He was 8-0, but I was confident I could beat him. And we had a heck of a fight, and I won that first fight against a veteran fighter. And then it's kind of neat how everything has just kind of taken off and worked in my favor. But it all started with getting back in shape and getting back in the ring and realized I could get knocked out and I could lose in front of 8,000 people, and I was okay with it.
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest obstacle. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest fear. Man, I don't want to get knocked out in front of my friends.
I'm okay losing.
I'm okay losing. I just don't want to get knocked out.
Yeah, I know,
in front of my friends.
So let's back up a little bit though. So did you? So you're on the police force. You're part of the guns team.
Yes.
So did you retire for a portion of time?
Retire from the police department?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I've been active for 30 years.
For 30 years. Okay.
So let's roll back to that. When did you start? We can do the math at 30 years, but when did you start?
I was hired in 1995.
Okay.
That's so that's right after we graduated high school.
Yeah.
You know what I heard from that story just a second ago?
What?
There's hope for us.
Never too late.
Never too late.
Never too late.
What you're saying?
I got a chance.
Oh man! So you've been on the police force, and then you decided to go box. So how many boxing matches have you had in Guns N' Hoses?
I have had 11 here in Evansville and then one in Columbus.
So because there's other Guns N' Hoses events around the nation. So is that's all you fought in is Guns N' Hoses?
Yes. Yeah.
Fights. You know what I was impressed with last week with Chris Rowe was he knew every fight and what year he fought them.
And I'm sure I bet Sam does too.
Yeah, Chris is one of our best fighters.
Yeah.
And he's taken an administrative role, and I wish he was still on the team.
Yeah.
But he's kind of moved up, and he puts things together, and he match makes. But I mean, I've been on I think 2 teams with him. In fact, I was his main training partner that first year I boxed, and he beat the tar on me every week.
Yeah.
Just every week. It was horrible.
Billy told me, I was talking, me and Bill were on the phone together, and he told me Chris is he's like, dude,
good.
he's a good boxer.
And he's very modest. He was very modest in here.
Very modest.
Those are the guys you got to watch out for.
He was the one that said, man, just don't let me get knocked out. He's like, I'm okay losing.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get knocked out.
That's it, man.
And that's why you tuck that chin, baby. Don't ride that sucker up high and get caught on it. So have you what's your record in?
My record is 6-5 right now.
6-5.
But I've lost only 3 of the hoses. I've lost 2 of the guys in rematches or basically my first fight that I lost was to Russ Word, and Russ Word has only lost to Chris Rowe, and he is a huge man, looks like Alexander Karelin, the Olympic wrestler from Russia.
Yeah,
big shaved head, face like a catcher's mitt. Yeah, muscles, scary. Then I've lost to Adam Brock. I fought him twice, and Adam retired undefeated. And he is, from what I was told, he is actually the EFD's best athlete, in tremendous shape. And he was just had about 5 inches on me, and just I couldn't make it that distance. Just a really good athlete. And then I lost to Chad Emsweller, who was undefeated for 9 years. And so the guys I dropped losses to are among their best.
Okay.
Right.
So then I'm going to call it right now. After this year, you're going to be 7-5. I think that's it,
I would
right?
say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
7-5,
7-5, baby.
Who do you fight this year?
I am fighting Andrew Bolin.
Andrew what?
Bolin.
Yeah. Okay. I, that name doesn't sound familiar, but is he from EFD?
He is.
Okay. Because I know we have some of the fighters in ours that are from Illinois and from some other places. Is it always? It's always guns versus hoses, though, right? There's never a fight where two cops would end up fighting each other.
Well, it's kind of funny you said that because when I fought in Columbus, I went up there to fight a firefighter.
Is this Columbus, Ohio?
Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
And they put me against a cop, and that was weird. That was just really strange. And their program and their organization is nothing like ours. Ours is top of the line, and people have come down here. I mean, things are organized, but yeah, it was kind of strange going there and fighting another cop.
Yeah.
And we're both wearing blue, and people didn't know who to cheer for or anything like that.
Right.
So that was different. But here in Evansville, it's always police officers versus firefighters, although I think it'd be a great fundraiser. We could have a grudge night.
Yeah.
And we call it co-workers.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
He said that a little too fast.
Yeah,
I think he's got somebody in mind.
I've got about 3 people in mind.
3 people, yeah.
Could you walk up in the ring and like everybody has to be
Make a challenge.
Yes.
yeah, everybody has to be ready and you just point them out from the ring.
I would love that. Give them a couple months to get ready, and I'd fight all 3 of them in one night.
Oh man.
I like this.
Yeah. Man, I
think we should push to make that
some
happen.
confidence in the air right there. He said, "I'll fight them all in one night."
And I've talked to the firefighters. They said the same thing. They said we like the cops, but there's some coworkers we don't like, and we like to. We like to fight them.
Makes sense, man.
Yeah.
You think about it, the guys that you're with, those are the ones you learn that, hey, man, I'd like to get a hold of this dude. Or
maybe
whatever.
we could just get in the boxing ring.
Maybe we just have a little hand talk real quick. You know what I'm saying? A little hand talk.
A little fist-to-face conversation.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. So you've been in it for 11 years then?
It's been my 11th year.
So did you fight in the very first?
No. And it's kind of funny how that came about because when they first organized the Guns and Hoses, Billy Bolin talked to me, and he wanted me to fight in it. And I told him, I said, I'm not a boxer. And he said, could you train? So I was going to be one of the trainers. And then I ended up having an accident and blew my knee out, and I couldn't even go. And so I missed the very first one, and then I went to the second one as a fan, loved it. So I was going to fight in Guns and Hoses 4, and I ruptured my bicep, had another surgery. So I just kind of thought, I'm too old for this, I'm done, too many injuries. And then, like I said, the divorce kind of forced me to step outside myself and to take new challenges. So I was in Guns N' Hoses 8, and I've been in every one since then.
So how many have there been? 18?
There's 18.
I think
okay,
is
that's
this
right.
the 18th
right.
or going to be the 19th?
Yeah, my math,
This is the 18th.
This
my
will
math
be the
wasn't too
18th.
good right there, was it?
2020 was canceled for COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything.
Yeah,
Planet Earth was canceled
Yes.
in 2020.
Yeah.
It's one of the great travesties of our day. We don't want to talk about that though, because I'll really get off kilter.
But let me say this to change it up a little bit. Do you not feel severely underdressed right now?
No.
Well, this guy comes in looking sharp.
Oh, well, okay, but I'm always underdressed. I mean, like, when I come to this show, I'm wearing sweats and what
I
it
know
is.
that, but
yes,
I was not
he looked-
prepared for
him to be
the
all
slickness of Sam Steel
for
Hammer
Mr.
Smith.
Sweet to walk in the door. I'm telling you, man.
I have an
That's
image
what
keep.
I asked him.
He said, "I got an image to keep." So do we. We're bums.
I know, we're bums.
It works out.
No, our image, our hats and sweats. No, but he told us he's got an event he's got to go to.
That's right. That's right. So what? I was admiring your ring over there.
Yes. I brought in the gold. I brought everything. This is what we get for fighting for 5 years. And
Can I touch it?
This is what motivated me those hard years. Yeah.
So that's okay.
I hope you had him on camera when he said that, so we can see what he's doing.
It's not inappropriate. Guns and hoses. I don't know if you probably can't see that, but trust me, it says Guns and Hoses on it. That's a nice weighty ring, and everybody gets these, huh?
In case you
if
can't
you
remember.
fight 5 years.
You got to fight 5 times.
Yeah,
Five times.
yeah.
I mean, everybody after the fifth year, after the fifth.
Yeah, I
fight.
want to see it.
So there hasn't been that many actually given. I think maybe about 10 in 18 years.
Okay.
And there's been,
that's
I
nice.
think there's
I
only
like
been 4 for the cops.
Okay.
Show it to your actual camera. Jimmy apparently doesn't know where his camera is anymore.
No, apparently I don't.
There it is. But no, that's cool. And you know what? Dude, that's a lot of fights in that.
That is.
In that, did Chris Rowe got one of those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Chris has fought. What did he tell us?
He's fought 6.
Okay.
And Chris is the first one for the guns to get 5 in a row.
Okay.
That's it, because it wasn't just 5; it was 5 in a row. He said
5 in a row. Okay, I
So
got my listening skills are not that sharp.
You can fight 3 times and then 2 times, and
But you're not getting a ring. You got to fight 5 consecutive fights.
Consecutive fights.
No, 5 total.
Oh, it is 5 total.
No. Okay, listen, I'm gonna stop doubting myself,
No,
Mr. Half Fact over there. So listen, we got to talk about the belts. How does one get both of these belts?
Well, these belts right here, I got this in Columbus for winning my fight.
Okay.
And that was kind of neat that we went there and you win a fight and they give you the belt and they make a big deal of it. The second belt right here was a friend of mine, Daniel Hopper. He is an ex-MMA guy. He's a Fairfield cop and a real good friend of mine. We have a lot in common. We went to the UFC in Dallas, Texas a couple years ago. And so the word was that whenever we would get 10 fights, that the organization was going to give us 1 belt. And what they decided to do was they decided to give Chad Umsler, who's fought in every one of them, and they decided to give him a belt. And we got a pretty nice dartboard. And since the Guns holds a dartboard, I don't play darts, but it's nice. It's custom made. What Daniel did is Daniel actually made those for us. And
Okay.
He felt that we got our 10 fights at the same time. We were the first 2 guns to get 10.
You know what I'd have done?
What's that?
I'd have mounted my dartboard on a belt.
Yes.
Right.
Look at this. Look at this belt. Oh man.
So then in Columbus, were you the only guy who walked out with a belt that night?
Well, the neat thing was we sent 4 of our local fighters to the guns, and we all came back with belts.
Awesome.
So
we
every fighter that fought the winner got a belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we went up there, and 4 guys from Evansville. It was a clean sweep. I mean, and it was televised. It was
Representing.
really neat.
baby.
Up in the big, up in Columbus is rough.
It was
there a
actually
lot.
at the Arnold, the Arnold,
Arnold Classic.
Yeah,
Yep.
Arnold Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
So a good buddy of mine goes to the Arnold Classic every year. Or well, he's gone quite a few times. I don't want to say he goes every year. I know he knows a lot. He knows a lot of officers. His name's Adam Smith, and he's a big muscle. He's
Probably
a
no
big
relation.
muscle guy.
Probably no relation.
Yeah, probably no relation. But he's a good dude, man. And you know, it's funny because the first thing I thought about was him because he gets a belt like that every year, but it's not nearly as honorable. He gets it because he wins his fantasy football league every year.
That's a little different than
Not near as honorable. My good friend Adam.
I love Adam.
Yeah, oh yeah, man, we love Adam. But man, that's awesome. And then so he just made he made this for all the fighters or for just the ones that have been in.
He made it just for me and him.
Just for you and him.
Yeah. So he brought it to me and presented it to me. It was kind of nice. It was nice for a friend, and as a way to commemorate that we did 10 fights on the same team. And
Now, do you ever wear these out just to let people know? No.
Keep your pants up.
Because I would.
Yeah, you would. I know you would.
No
Well,
doubt.
this one's got
He'd be on stage every night.
That's right.
This one's got the logo, the 911 Gives Hope logo.
Okay.
Which we found out is Eli on that. The little boy silhouette is Eli. Billy's
Eli Bolin.
Beli's. Yeah. Beli.
Be-lie.
Beli. Which I thought was cool, man. The whole well, you know, and you know, kind of I guess bring it back around. That's what's so cool about the whole thing is like it is cool that it's boxing. It's cool that you guys get in there and fight, but what's cooler is why you're doing it. You know, to raise money for disabled people, disabled children. I think in particular, I think they help everybody. Not because we always say disabled children, but they help just disabled people correctly.
Yes.
People with disabilities that need, you know, anybody that can help, which I love, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, getting to talk to some of the board members last week, especially Kelly Yardy, Big Sexy. Man, you can tell how close it is to his heart, man, to his gut for how, you know, it means something to him to help, you know, the kids. And that's one thing they tell us about you, man, is you've got this little fan base built up. And apparently, I guess you go, you know, as a matter of fact, I looked at some video. I don't know if Billy sent it to me or what, but you was cutting a little rug on the way to you dance on your way down to the ring.
I do.
And yeah. He makes a grand entrance. Jimmy.
So I asked Chris about his theme song coming down. Do you have the same one every year or do you change it up?
I change it by my feelings.
Okay.
So
There you go.
whatever I'm going through, the first year,
Okay.
remember I told you I went to my divorce?
Yeah.
I came out to Painted Black
Yeah.
because that's the way I felt, Rolling Stones. And the next year, I had so much anger in me, I came out to she wants to tear you apart.
So, do you have one picked out for this year?
I do.
Okay.
I'm going to keep that a secret.
I figured you would.
I won't blame you. What'd you come out to in your last fight?
I came out to Kiss by Prince.
Oh, okay.
Good one.
Had a good beat and all that. And
So you were feeling good last year.
I feel
good.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Anything by Prince is good, man.
So it's kind of funny about the dancing thing because there was about 3 or 4 years where I came out and I would get booed by the hoses. I think I'm the only cop that's ever been booed by the hoses. And they were loud. They would be kind of hurts my feelings.
Well, yeah.
Why they dislike me, but I remember I ran into. In fact, what was funny was there was I think it was 2000. It was 2021. I wasn't sure if I was going to fight again, and I remember I prayed. I said, God, give me a sign. Do you want me to fight or not? Because they keep asking me. I'm training, but I'm not sure, man. It's just I took four years in a row I lost, and it's like, man, do I really want to get out there? Because my losses are close. And I prayed for a sign, and I walked out. This is no lie. And somebody hung up a poster, and I was on the poster, Guns Hoses poster. I'm on there. That's my sign.
That is definitely you could
Yeah.
pretty specifically too, right? You can't really ask for much more than that.
Yeah.
So everything turned around, but I happened to run. I was going that day. I didn't know what song I wanted, and Phil Smith, man, he said, you need to come out to let's see, Hot Stuff. And I said, no. He said, no, trust me. He said, Sam, he said, they'll love it. I let him choose a song. I thought it was stupid, but I'm like, okay, I'll go.
Well, if he didn't even cry.
Yeah.
I was going to say, did he have a tear in his eye when he told you?
Well, no, I like that, though. So I ran into Jason Cullum at Dick's Sporting Goods. I said, buy my wife a blue hat so you could wear. And I ran into him, and he said, hey, Sam, it was the day of the fight. He said, do you ever think just come out there and dancing? I said, no, I'm not going to dance. And he said, Sam, he goes, everybody knows you're intense. He said they would love it. And I said, no. I said, I look stupid. I said, I'm not going to go out there and look stupid. He goes, just trust me. I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
And so once I got out there, and they started playing that song, Hot Stuff, and the beat going, and the crowd was getting into it. All of a sudden I stopped, and I just kind of stopped. This is right here. And people
Went crazy.
Went wild.
And then I did the Fabulous One, Stan Lane, Steve Curtin.
Oh, yeah.
So I did that.
Yeah, baby.
They ate it up, and then I started hamming it up and all that stuff. And then when I went down there, people was touching me and slapping me on the back.
Yeah.
And what was amazing was I got in the ring, and usually I'm a slow starter. My first round, I'm feeling them out.
Uh-huh.
I don't always win the first round because I like warming up,
Sure.
my nerves and all that stuff. When I dance, I got all my nerves out.
Yeah.
So when that bell rang, I was ready to go.
Came out.
I was ready to go
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So
He came up on the he found the pill.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Drop that adrenaline on your way there.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I do now. It gets me warmed up. I get my nerves out, and then first round I'm ready to go.
Okay.
And I've won. I've won 4 of my last 5 fights.
So that's the magic.
Everyone's dancing. You know?
Dancing is the,
The magic pill, baby.
Yeah.
And the one I lost, I didn't dance.
He said, "Never again."
You better be
Never
cutting.
again.
You better be cutting that rug. This,
Yeah. Well, there's something about coming. Yeah, I agree. That is a big. You think about it. Anybody that's ever done anything, which we know, when you do something in front of a crowd, there's that performative part, and that's a lot of people don't know, man. That's a lot of adrenaline all in itself. You know, on top of the fact that you're going in there to fight. So I would say that would be a great way to work out. You know, work out nerves and work out, work out bugs to get to like you produce, like you said, get an adrenaline drop before you really go in there, and then it hits you. You know, because man, you know when you have an adrenaline crash and like you're in the when you get in and get settled in a fight, like dude, it almost feels like you go crippled or limp, right? You ever experienced that?
Well, the 2 hours before the fight is the longest 2 hours of your life.
Yeah,
and you're just waiting to go out there. And I don't share that I'm nervous with anybody, but it was funny because a couple of years ago, we're all back there, and we had this big guy, Robert Gibson. He said, I was thinking if I could just have a wreck on the way over here. Nobody mad. And then we had another guy, Dan Fry, who's one of our best boxers. He's one of the gunslingers we bring in. He said, you'd be surprised how many times I've been walking on the ramp and said, man, I just hope I trip and fall, hit my head. and I felt better, but everybody's going through that. We just keep it quiet. And all that.
Yeah, you do. But again, we talked about this last week, man. If you're not scared, there's something wrong with you. You're going out there to go to combat. Every warrior in the world. I mean, you got guys who are scared, and you got guys who lie about being scared. And there's nothing wrong with being scared. Fear is what drives you. You know, we got a fight or flight response. You know, and so man, I would never. like I said, if someone told me, "Oh, I have no nerves, I'm not being scared," I think there's either they're lying or there's something really wrong in their head, right?
Cuss Dan out on it. He called it the fire and fear. That fear is a fire, and either you control it, or if it gets out of control, it hurts you.
You get consumed by it. I love Customato, man.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, Tyson, and Tyson had the other great advice. Everybody's got a plan
Yep.
until you
true.
get punched in the face. It is true. But it's one of those things where people think, oh, well, they're just going out there and they got on headgear and no, man, they're going out there and them punches hurt. And some of them, they're not just going out. It ain't like they're showing up out from the backyard barbecue, man. These guys are training. They're going to the gym and training for. So how long, let me ask you this. How long are you training for the fight? In general, all of the fighters, how long are they training before the fight night?
It all depends on the person. There's some people on my team that I haven't seen this year, so I don't know if they're training at all.
Yeah.
And it's not uncommon that, and usually we can tell, the crowd knows who's training, who doesn't, but every year we have people that will commit themselves, and they go to the gym, they lift weights, or they go run, but they're not doing anything to prepare themselves for the fight.
Yeah.
Getting their central nervous system ready for the adrenaline rush and all that. But last year was the best team I've been on, and we had 6 of us, actually 6 of us that came to every practice. They were there, and plus we were doing the extra work. Every one of us won. The sad thing is all 6 of them aren't fighting this year.
Oh, man.
They're
That
running turns.
sucks.
So there's things that popped up in life, and
like professional fighters, which they're doing it for their job, but usually in general they have 12-week fight camps, right? They'll go to they'll start dieting. Like I love like Patty the Batty. He's an MMA guy. You know who Patty the Batty is. He'll get plumb fat, in between fights, but then he'll go on this 12-week, he'll go on a 12-week camp where he drops all that fat, does nothing but train. They're training for 12 weeks straight. Are you guys more like on a 6-week or 10-week thing, or?
our official season started like right after January 1st. So we train twice a week. We actually have the gym twice a week, and the hoses of the gym twice a week. So we train on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They train on Mondays and Wednesdays. But there's another gym that I go to twice a week, and then I train with David Thomas on Sundays. And we just do mitts. I do 13 rounds of mitts.
David Thomas.
Danny Thomas's son.
It is Danny's son?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, Dave's a pro.
Okay.
So I do that, and then I do a cardio workout on Fridays.
Okay.
So that's when I do my running, I do my sprints.
Yeah. I brought up Danny last week. I wondered if anybody trained with Danny. I've known, I don't know Danny on a personal basis, but I knew him because of being around him from Scott Sullivan's gym. Like I said, I had a buddy that always fought there, and then also not only that, my son played basketball with another one of his kids named Darius, and it's funny because Danny's got some offspring. Man, Danny's got some kids. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many, but a few. And so that's cool, man, that you're training with his kid. I seen Danny Thomas. I said this last week too. I promise you, I seen him take on the freaking city of Jasper one time. And I'm gonna tell you, that city, that it was not, they deserved it, man. They were being nasty people. And Danny was the wrong one.
I guess they didn't know.
Yeah.
So
Danny was the wrong one.
How often are you guys sparring a week?
I sparred last night and didn't spar tonight. I worked on it because I didn't be here. But I sparred probably 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay.
And last time my sparring partners were all in the 20s. I sparred 3 different guys, all in the 20s. So they've got that fast twitch fiber muscles.
Yeah.
They've got that fast reflexes. So what I did is I just counterpunch. Let them commit themselves, throw a punch, I block it, and then I make them pay for it. And sometimes
like
that
that.
works, sometimes it didn't.
Yeah.
But that fast
So
twitch
then,
is
are
underrated.
you trying to spar? So your opponent this year, how old is he? What size? Well, are you?
He's 41, so it's not like he's real young, and he's a good athlete, pretty good fighter.
Okay.
He's taller than me. He's probably about 4 or 5 inches taller than me.
Okay.
I've got more experience. Last year, he fought our best fighter, Nathan Tidwell, and lost by TKO. So he's calling this a redemption. I don't like that because I'm nobody's redemption. So he's gonna be redeemed, but he's gonna work for it.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, let's see his redeemer.
He's gonna know you're there, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, better pack a lunch. That's
I
my
like
dad
it.
used to always tell me. You better pack a lunch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You might whoop me, boy, but you better pack your lunch. Man, that's awesome. Well, man, Sam, it's been amazing talking to you, man. We appreciate you coming on. You definitely got two fans rooting for you.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You know, I don't want to talk bad about nobody, but I don't think you're nobody's redemption either. I think you're somebody's spoiler. That's what I think.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know, so just like last week, stick around. We got another fighter from Guns and Hoses 2026 coming up. Don't forget, we got tickets to give away. 30 tickets.
That's right. 30.
All they got to do is comment Guns and Hoses in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, and make sure you click subscribe so you can see when we give these tickets away. We're going to randomly give them away. In fact, we found out we're going to have a very special guest. The founder of Evansville Guns and Hoses, Mr. Billy Bolin, will be on the show with us to give the tickets away. And so don't miss that. It's going to be exciting. We'll have a lot of fun with him. And we're going to take a break. And to you, we will just be right back. Stick around. Hey, everybody, we're back. And as promised, we are here with another Guns and Hoses. Guns. I always struggle with it, man.
Hoses.
I don't know what it is.
Hoses.
Guns and Hoses fighter.
But this is a plot twist.
It is a plot twist.
This is a plot
because
twist.
so far,
Man.
we've had all guns.
Yeah.
And now we got our first hose on it. Man, that's a tricky one to say too. Our first hose. He's not a hoe. He's on the hoses team. Mr. Eric Baumberger is with us. Eric, say hi.
Hello.
Man, Eric. So not gonna lie, man. We for those of you watching, last week we had Big Sexy Kelly Yardy on the show, and Kelly came back up, and actually what Kelly was doing was delivering the tickets.
That's right.
That we're going to be giving away on the show for free.
How many?
30 Guns and Hoses tickets.
How do you get 'em?
Reserved seating. All you got to do is comment on the episode. All you got to say is Guns and Hoses. Like the episode, share the episode, subscribe to the channel so that you know when we drop the next video, when we're going to be giving those away, because you don't want to miss it if you win a ticket and then you don't even know it. Man, that's
Like
one
you
way to
said,
blow it.
Who doesn't want to see cops and firefighters punch each other in the face?
Yeah, but here's the thing about it. Here's the plot twist. Mr. Big Sexy Yardy, he's kind of on the guns team.
Yeah.
But he was up here, and he didn't know Eric was coming because Eric got sent by Shannon, right? Yes. And Big Sexy got plumb excited when he seen Eric.
I saw a
walking
twinkle
up.
in his eye.
He
when
said,
he started
"You know
walking
what?"
Up those stairs.
He literally said, "I might stay." We invited him, but he had
was
to go.
tempted.
He had to go, man.
He said he had to go cook dinner
he
for
had
his
to go
wife.
Cook dinner for his wife. What a guy! What a guy! So Eric, man, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved in guns and hoses, and how many fights you've had, and what's your game plan for this year?
Well, currently I'm 8-1.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Best record, I think.
That's pretty good.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I went 6-0 all finishes, all TKOs.
Oh.
Dan Fry is the only one to beat me, which I actually think if I ran that one back, I think I won that one just by points.
That's my kind of fighter right there.
Yeah.
He didn't beat me.
He was a monster. Gosh dang, he was a monster. He's 6'5". He fought the month before at 230. He told me that morning he weighed in at 218. I knew Dan from the first fight that he came in, and I talked to him all the time. Like, we'd go over to the FOP after the fights, and we'd sit over and drink, and I'd talk to him. Cool dude. Well, one day he's like, "Man, I hear you're struggling for a fight." And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "I'll fight you." I was like, "Okay, I'll fight you," not thinking it would ever actually happen. And
I was going to say, because you are not 6'5" and you are not 218.
I'm not even 6 foot.
Yeah.
And I got a phone call from Paige, and she said, "Would you fight Dan Fry?" It's like, wow, this is actually going to happen. I was like, well, I already said yes, so let's do this.
I like that.
So I go out, we walk in, and I'm standing in the ring. I'm looking at this guy, and he's like up here. Now, I've already done this. I've already seen him before, but now I'm standing with no shirt on in front of a guy with no shirt on, and this dude is 2 of me.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Goodness.
I bet he looked bigger in that ring, didn't he?
He looked huge. So here I am. I'm like, I'm going to wear him down. I'm just going to throw. I'm going to go and go and go. Every time I hit him, it looked like a fly on a dog's butt. Just,
Yeah.
Every time he hit me, I went for a flight. Fly across the ring. The whole time I'm thinking, don't fall down, don't fall down, don't fall down. I didn't, but I did lose that fight. Ben Lewis was the next year. That dude, my gosh. I could see what he was doing from the get-go. He's just one bad dude. And he knocked me down, and I come back in the 3rd round. I looked at Mike Dorn, who's the trainer for us, and I told him, I said, well, we lost that fight, but I got one more. So I just went over in his corner and started throwing, and somehow I won that fight. If you watch the end of that fight, you'll see me, I do this, and they said my name, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. Well,
I'll take that.
Hey.
Yeah, you take that.
But really what got me started, I was kind of brown-nosing. That's the truth. Truth. I was trying to get on the fire department in 13, and I did the physical exam, and I was the second to last guy to do it. And Mike Dorn pulled me and the last guy in. He says, hey, we got a gym down at the courthouse. You should come. I said, well, I'll come down when I get a chance. So that was in, I want to say, May or June. August, I go down. I'm thinking to myself, this is one of two things. This is either a weightlifting gym, which you can see me, I'm a tiny dude. I don't lift. Or it's a boxing. And I walked in, it was boxing. I said, here I go. Now I'm going to get my butt kicked. Never boxed a day in my life. So fast forward 2 years, I get hired on August of 2015. I get out of training in November. January of 16, I'm like, hey, I'd like to fight. So I wonder if I can. So I went down to the gym. Dorn was down there. I said, hey, you think I can get a fight? He said, oh, yeah. And from that day on, I have fought.
So here's what I'm going to stop things here because he's the first one we've talked to, and I'm gonna make a call. I'm gonna see if I'm right or wrong. You scrapped a little bit coming up, didn't you?
I was the little guy.
Yeah.
I was the little guy. Now, I'll be honest, when I got in the Army, I always had the big guys as friends. So I didn't have to. I could run my mouth, and then I could sit down and watch my big friends.
Well, see, I got the same problem.
That was how it worked. But, yeah, you know, it's so much fun. It really is. It's one of the coolest things I have ever done.
Yeah. Man, and so you've done it. How many fights you've got? 9?
I've got 9.
Yeah,
I should have 10. COVID year shut us down.
Yeah.
1 year I did try to fight twice. That didn't happen, obviously.
The same night?
The same night?
I got you, bro. I got you.
I'll get in there.
We had I don't remember what happened. We had a fighter drop out. And I'm competitive. I don't care to lose, but I'm competitive. I want to win anyways. And we were coming into the fight already down 1 fight. And I said, no. You put me in. I'll fight him too. And it was Robert Gibson. And I think it was the year I fought Brian Talsma, and I fought him early. And Robert Gibson wasn't until later. I was like, I'll fight him. I'll calm down. I'll go fight him later. And they said no.
They wouldn't let you. That was too. Yeah. I can understand. I can see your point, but I can also see, them wanting to keep you safe just in case, man.
So who are you fighting this year?
Tyler Gunther.
Okay.
And I fought him last year. And
so this is a rematch.
Oh yeah, this is his redemption.
Okay.
And I'm sure he's coming to kill me.
Okay.
Did you TKO him?
No, I didn't. In fact, I was pretty well running the first 2 rounds, and 3rd round, he pulled one out of nowhere, and my gosh, did he hit me harder than I think I've ever been hit. He whipped me around. I hit the floor. I thought, wow, where'd that come from? I got a buddy that fought a few years ago, and I called him Captain Wobbly Legs. His body was going one way, but his legs was sending him another.
Yeah.
Right? So he knocks me down last year. My legs are gone. And you can't really see it, but I'm like stomping my feet in the ground trying to wake him back up. And so I I thought, well, here we go. And I started leaning into him and trying to keep my body weight on him until everything woke back up. And it did.
That's a good thing. People who's never been hit don't know what it's like to have their body betray them like that. And I've been hit like
gone.
that. Not in the boxing match, but I've been hit to where it's like, why do I taste metal?
Yeah.
Why is my legs not doing what I tell them to do?
Why is my head clear, but my body's
yeah,
not?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I ended up winning that fight, luckily. He's a heck of a fighter. And most of the guys that I've had to fight have all outweighed me. They're all taller than me, which there's good reason. I mean, I went 6-0 with all finishes. They had to put somebody in front of me.
Right.
I'm ready for guys my height and weight.
So how big is Gunther?
Tyler, I think he's 6'1", and I want to say last year he was 203.
That's still a lot. But what do you weigh? 170?
I've actually put on weight this year, trying to catch up. So I'm sitting right around 190 now.
Okay.
Typically, fight night, I'm about 182.
Yeah.
When I weigh in, because we don't really have weight.
Right.
It's not like both guys got to be 185.
Right.
So sometimes I'll weigh in at 186. The most I ever weighed was a year I fought Dan Fry, and I weighed 189, and I had the belt in my hand.
Yeah.
Oh, my. That's pretty sad.
Well, man, that's a big weight difference, man.
Yeah.
People don't know how that makes
Yeah. And so you say Dan Fry was 6'5", and how much did he weigh?
He said the night of the fight he was 218.
Okay.
Why do I just see Don Fry every time?
That's what I'm thinking. I've
I've
got Don Fry in my head.
I just hear him saying, "I'm coming after you."
Great big old monster covered in tattoos. That was him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huge man.
Do you know who Don Fry is?
I sure do.
Yeah.
I sure do. Yeah.
I'm just getting that picture.
Don Fry looks intimidating, but man, when he talks, like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you. he's wild. Sounds like he smokes a pack of Marlboros every 10 minutes.
So then the guns, they kind of shared their training regimen with us. Is it the same for the hoses?
I would say it's similar.
Okay.
We both have different coaches.
Okay.
So for the first, I want to say 6 or 7 years, I spent the majority of my time at the boxing gym at ours. Mike Dorn has put a lot of time in me. I've learned a lot from Mike. Then you talk about Dave Overfield, Josh Shockman. They came down to the gym one night.
Josh Hockman, but probably does not remember it. But I spent the night in his apartment one night in Nashville. I was down there with some buddies. We were playing. I play music. We were playing a show, and Jake and Jesse Fuller, they're buddies with Josh, and we were out hanging out, and we didn't have a place to go for some reason, and we ended up spending the night with Josh Shockman down there. And then a couple years later, I saw him on the UFC.
There you
I was
go.
like, oh, there's Josh Shockman.
He is one scary dude.
He's a big dude. I know
man.
that.
And he's fast.
Yeah.
He's unreal fast. And he just sits in front of you and laughs at you while he's punching you in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you train with them guys with Dave and
So long story short, what happened was they come down to our gym one night and Dave gets in the ring. And I'm like, no, I don't know who this dude is. I've never met Dave ever. And I'm like, no, this dude ain't getting in the ring. And I've told him this story. So I get in the ring with him. Bell goes off. Or the timer goes off, or you want to say I walk in, I start swinging at this dude. Now, if you know Dave,
Flat. You're talking about
his foot,
his feet have no arch
nothing.
at all. Yeah.
And his ankles are out. This dude can't move. He's pretty good size. Like, no. So I go in swinging. Didn't hit him one time. What in the world, dude? I said, I don't know who you are. I don't know what I was doing, but I didn't hit you one time. So you got to help me here. And he said, how about you come down to our gym? So nice guy submission shows up. Like, okay, when? He says, Wednesday nights. Well, that's one of our nights to go at our gym. So I decided, well, I'm going to go try this. So I go down to nice guy submission. And mind you, it's on Fairs.
yeah.
And I pull up to this place, and it's a white building, and there's nothing on it. And I think it's got like a little car detailing sign on the front of it. And I'm like, I don't know if this is it. And I get out and drive around, and I come back. All right, I'm just going to walk in. Kind of like I did here.
Yeah.
Just walk in and just ask. Well, there he is. So I go in there, and I started they kickbox Wednesday nights at 5:00. So I started going then, and I think that was, I want to say 20 or 21. Might have been 19, but it's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And that's where I go now, every Wednesday.
So you're still training there?
Oh, yeah. I go every Wednesday that I can.
Do they have a sign on the building yet?
They do. Shoot, yeah. And actually, they are in our area for an MMA gym. They're the premier gym.
Yeah, I know that from just I don't know, word of mouth, but and I know some guys. I think I know some guys that train there, man.
Yeah, and they've had some fighters. They go out to Vegas quite a bit, and they fight in the UFC, right?
Nate Maness, he fought for them or with them, or I don't know exactly how you want to say it, but Nate now has a gym in Henderson.
Okay,
doing really well. Nate's a bad dude too, and he's 135 pounds, and he could put a hurting on you.
Ain't that where Lamar fought a little bit?
Chad, you know Chad Lamar?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's Hot Rod's son.
Okay.
When I was talking about Rodney,
Yeah,
the firefighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know Chad. He's the big old.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Chad was one of my best buddies in high
Yeah.
school,
Okay.
man. Yeah, I love Chad.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
So he rolls at night, at Nice Guys.
Yeah.
He's there quite a bit. Man, I tell you what, that place is cool. It's
Yeah.
a cool place.
And so you think that's done a lot for you with the?
Dave is, from what I learned at our gym. So I'm left. I'm southpaw. I'm actually right-handed, but I fight southpaw. I do a lot of weird things. I shoot a rifle left. I shoot a pistol right.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we do these drills where you got to have two righties so you can mirror each other.
Uh-huh.
So I never had anybody. I was always left. Everybody else was right. Nobody could really do those things with me. So I learned by watching, and then I put it together in the ring. Well, I go to Nice Guys, and Dave could dumb it down for me and talk to me through things. And Dave has actually changed the way I fight quite a bit. I used to be an outside fighter. I've kind of fell in love with being in the inside. That doesn't mean I'm good. It just means it's where I like to fight.
Dirty boxing.
Yeah, I like being on the inside. I like shoving my head in somebody's chin and finding a hole to punch them in the chin and the body, things like that. Shockman, he told me one time, he says, well, you're in the inside. Don't ever get out of it. Why are you getting out? And I was like, well, I don't know. He said, don't. Not until they make you, or not until the other person gets out. So once that started kind of sank in, it's like, this is where I want to be. I like it,
Especially with 6'5" guys.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta.
That's where you got to be.
When you're a little guy, man.
You want to be on the end of those big long punches, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that year he did the right thing, and he jabbed me. He kept that jab hand out, and it was hard for me to get in.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Hey, I lost. I don't care to lose. It doesn't bother me at all. I can win. I can lose it. Whatever. It's
You
fun.
just want to show up.
Oh.
You just want to be there.
I just want to show up and throw hands.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I
I like it.
Yeah, that's the mentality. Like we said, I don't think I would mind to lose either. I just
Don't want to get knocked out. That's it, man.
Yeah.
I don't honestly don't know that I'm even worried about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
I've been hit hard. One of the few of the guys that, good grief, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Sam. Sam was just talking about, I've been hit by a few of those guys. Russ Word, my gosh, that dude hits like a Mack truck.
Yeah.
He hit so hard. He hit me one time right here. And I thought, that was good. We went over in the corner, and I fell down. I felt like he blew a hole through my back. It was one of those delayed reactions. It took me to walk to my corner for it to, kick in.
That's another thing people don't realize, man. Like, headshots are pretty, but body shots will kill you.
Oh, that's your gas tank, right?
Yeah, dude.
That's what I call
Yeah.
it. Every
Especially-
time you get hit, just a little lower.
And we're talking about boxing, but like in the street, everybody's going for the head. Did you smoke somebody in their body? They will be done.
Yeah,
They
you
will
hit the
be
right
done.
spot, they'll
Yep.
crumble.
Especially you hit them in that liver, baby.
I was going to say that liver shot, man.
You hit them in that liver, boy. That will make your body disrespect you, just like getting hit in behind the ear or in the chin.
Not
It'll
that I'm
just shut
super
off.
tough or anything, but I used to tell people, I'm going to make you poop on yourself.
Yeah.
Because they're not ready for that. Most people aren't ready for the...
Nope.
No, man.
Not at all. I'm not either.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It happens.
Yeah.
You're messing around. You're trying to learn something new. Next thing you know, you're on the floor crying.
Yeah.
What has happened?
I love. So I'm a big boxing fan. I always have been. I love boxing. I love watching boxing. I mean, I've seen so many like I remember, like as a kid, man, I used to watch like ESPN Friday Night Fights, man. I watched all those. I've seen so many fights people talk about, and I'm like, I remember watching that fight. Yeah. But I always loved them little freaking body punchers, man, that would get in there and just wear people out to the body, and you would just see them just losing steam, man. Just as it went on, and those guys are trained to get hit in the gut, right? Have you seen like the MMA or boxing training videos where like the coach would go down the line just smoking everybody in the gut? Dude, that, like you talked about, I would dookie. I would lose it. All over the place, man. There's no way. And they take them until they bow out. It's crazy, man. There's no way I could do that. So do you do anything like that to get prepared for like body shots and stuff like that?
No, not really. But I tell you what, we have an old guy. His name's Pat Roll. Dude, I think I could be wrong on his exact record. I want to say he was 52-1.
Wow. Whoa.
I want to say he's 77 or 8. He's somewhere in that range. He's in his mid-70s anyways. And he does this thing with a medicine ball, a 12-pound medicine ball. And you lay on the floor, and you put your hands behind your head, and they slam this medicine ball on you, and you kind of, every time it hits you, 10 times. And you can take this medicine ball, this 70-year-old man, and pick it up as high as you can. I don't care how big of a boy you are.
Yep.
And you can slam this ball 10 times on this old man's stomach, and he'll just go,
just take it,
wipe it off, and walk away.
Yeah.
And I'll lay down. I'm like, don't you dare slam it. just drop it. Just nice. Just drop it.
Man, because that's some real pain right there, man, getting hit like that. So he's just been, just, that's the thing. The things you can condition your body to do and withstand and endure.
And how old was he?
He's 70-something now.
Wow.
I've never been chased down by anybody better than him, even at 70-something years old.
Man.
It was unreal. The Duke is no joke, stands in a ring in blue jeans, work boots, a tore up white T-shirt, and some nasty gloves, and will walk you down all the way around the ring.
What was his name?
Pat Roll.
Okay. I had an old guy teach me how to box out. C.K. Newsom. Yeah. Steve Crow. I thought I heard you say that, but that's...
Man, you know what's funny is we go off on rants, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
that's all right.
But there's this. Have you seen that one video where that old man, like that kid, was like, that old man just wasting. That's what. That's what.
That kid had no idea.
Yeah, man. You don't count them old men out. Nope. Dude. That's a bad move. Our dads taught us that. My dad told me, he was like, I'm telling you, boy, don't. He's like, you can fight all them kids you want. He's like, an old man will kill you.
Yep.
He has nothing to lose. He's already lived his life.
That's right.
He said he will. They'll kill you, man.
We got another one named Kevin Young. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. Kevin Young. He's fought. Who were you talking about earlier? The boxing coach,
Danny Thomas.
Yes, Danny T. He's fought him a few times back in the early '90s when the hook and or the tough man contest came over. Mm-hmm. He's got an absolutely beautiful overhand right.
Yeah,
and I'd watch it and hit me right in the face.
I'm gonna catch this.
Yeah,
it
is. He's about, and it's funny. He's like 5'6", 5'7". He's short. I think he's 61 now, somewhere in there, 60, 61 years old. And he has an absolutely gorgeous overhand right. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do but watch it.
Watch
it come in.
I'm going to play catcher right now.
Yeah, it's coming. I can't do anything about it.
I always love watching Danny fight, though. He's one of them guys. Danny's probably... Oh, man, he's probably in his 60s now.
Yeah, Danny's older.
Man, that dude could fight. And I don't even know. I was pretty young, so I don't know how technically good he was. But Danny was one of them. He didn't, like, remember how I said there are some people that there's something wrong with them, but they're not scared. Like, that's Danny.
Yeah.
Like Danny did not care, man. That Dylan Jasper, he fought this big dude and pretty much beat the brakes off of him. And then the entire crowd, man. I'm just saying, man, there are certain towns in Indiana where if your complexion's not right, they don't like you.
Yeah.
And it got ugly in that. I was a little nervous, man. Aaron, we were like young teenagers, and Aaron had fought
Okay.
That's the one where I think it's on video where Aaron kicked that dude in the head.
Yeah.
And melted him. Man.
I
That
remember
dude
that,
melted.
yeah.
And then like that Danny Thomas fight was after that. And it was like Danny and Chris Dunahide. You remember Chris Dunahide?
See, I don't know him.
So these are all hook and shoot dudes, man, from back in the day. Matter of fact, we just talked to. We're gonna be having Jeff Osborne on the show here pretty soon. And that was back. Were you around when hook and shoot was around at all?
I'm 41, so I was a kid then.
You were okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Youngster, this guy.
That's right. That's right.
Poop
Still
and yellow.
young.
Poop and yellow.
It's sad because now I think I'm like the third oldest guy.
Oh.
I think right now, currently fighting, I think I'm the third oldest guy.
So Sam's the oldest.
Sam Imsweller, and then I'm pretty sure it's me. I'm pretty sure there might be one older.
Listen, here's the thing: in fighting, age it's a different thing. Like it's unheard of for a 60-year-old to fight. But you go into like professional fighting, like dude, 41 would be advanced age.
Yeah, it would be.
Them fighters are. There's a big difference between 21 and 22 and like really 25 to 30. Like that's a man's prime, man.
Your
when
prime,
they're,
yeah.
Yeah, they're just in that young.
I'm out of it.
Yeah,
I'm way out of it.
Yeah, I don't think so. There's some guy. You don't look like you're. Well, that's the other thing too is that you're in this profession where like you say you don't work out, but you do. You have to do PT. It's part of your job.
I work out. I work out every day.
Yeah.
I do CrossFit.
You just don't lift.
I'm one of those. Yeah, I'm not a heavy lifter. I never have been. I'm not strong. Yeah, I make fun of myself a little bit, and I tell everybody that I was made in God's image, just his left side laying down.
Let me ask you this. I'm gonna tell you if you're strong. How many pull-ups can you do?
I don't know. Now, see, I kip. I do kipping pull-ups, so I could probably do 20 or 25
then you're
kipping
strong.
pull-ups.
Man, that's like 25
you're
more than
strong.
I can do.
That's right. Here's what they say, and this is you can look this up seriously. A person that can do 10 pull-ups is considered strong.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to be. That's a whole body exercise, pulling your own weight. So relative to your size, if you can do 10 pull-ups, you're strong. And if you're doing kipping pull-ups, like for those that know what you are, that means he's going up to his waist, right? Pretty much.
No, I come up here, but
to your
just,
chest,
just swinging and stuff. Yeah. I also have wrists though.
You have wrists.
Wrists.
Yeah.
My arm is the same size from my wrist all the way back.
So
I'm a little guy.
Yeah.
How's your cardio? How's your cardio?
Well, see, I've got the the gym that we were at last night.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's the cardio king. I'm not fast when it comes to running, but you put me in that ring, I'll go all night.
Crazy
it's that
cardio.
endurance. Yeah.
I just go. I'm comfortable. That doesn't mean you're not going to beat me, but I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable in the chaos. I don't care about getting punched. I don't care about getting hit. I'm just comfortable.
I can't wait for this fight.
I know. I know. I'm
looking very
rooting for
forward to it.
Mr. Baumberger
Yes,
too,
sir.
man. I like
Yes,
it.
sir.
Remember I said there's some guys and there's just something wrong with them?
Yeah, that's
It's
me.
this guy right
This
here.
guy right here. Yeah. He's the one.
He's the
Remember
one.
I said you're either scared or there's something wrong with you? There he goes.
There's definitely something wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Let me ask you this, man. Do you ever do like the firefighter games stuff?
No, I have not gotten into that.
Okay.
And I honestly don't know why I got into this.
Yeah.
So it just kind of happened. And, thank goodness I have a fantastic wife. We'll be married 20 years in May. So half of our marriage has been surrounded by this.
Yeah.
And then we've put 2 kids in the middle of it. So my kids have been to every Guns and Hoses since they've been alive.
That's all they know, right?
Oh yeah. They look forward to it. So you were talking about walkout songs. So my first year, I come out to the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, yeah, this is my song. So fight's over. I'm like, I'm going to watch it. And I get on YouTube, and my song's bleeped out. Like, there's nothing there. I'm like, man, what's going on here?
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I got to change it. So I fell in love with Sucker for Pain. It's on the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, so it's got this real long intro. And I don't walk out to that part. I let it go. So the first year, my son walks out with me. So I've fought 4 years already. I've told him every year, it's like, dude, you can't. They don't want you to. 5th year, the ring year, I'm like, I don't care. This could possibly be my last year. I don't care. He's walking out with me. So we go out. we're standing at the end. My son, I guess he would have been 8, I think, 8 or 9. I look at him, I tell him, do not walk out until I tell you to walk.
Yeah.
You know, the intro's getting ready to come on. Stay here. I'll tell you when to go. He says, okay, Dad. Okay, Dad. He's standing at the stairs, you know, because you walk up these stairs and then you walk on the platform across. He's standing there. Song comes on. Boom. Chances gone. And I'm just.
But that's that adrenaline. He was ready.
Yeah, so I'm shaking my head, watching him go. And, you know, what he's doing. So he trains at Nice Guys as well. He did some karate here. At Lewis Martial Arts.
Yeah, man. Shane.
So,
yep.
Yes. So he's walking down the walkway doing karate kicks all the way down.
Nice.
You know,
That's awesome.
he's the hype man. It's
Right,
been great.
right.
So he's walked out every year with me since. We've had one year he pretty much tried to get my entire kid family. I had like 10 or 12 kids walk with me. I'm like, dude, we can't do this anymore.
You bringing the entourage.
Yeah. Bringing all these kids,
right.
man. What you doing?
So is it the same song every year?
So now it's yeah.
Okay.
My wife, I've tried to change it. I've wanted to come out to Here Comes the Hot Stepper. She told me no.
She said no.
She says it's got to be the same song.
Okay.
So I stick with it. Apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but I guess the guy that does the music for us, he says he won't ever let anybody else walk out to that song. I don't think anybody else is ever going to choose that song. It's not like a super hyped up song, you know.
Yeah.
I am very, you know, believe it or not, I sit in the back before every fight, and I actually pray for me as well as him. And I don't want to go out there looking like a jerk. And if I win, I don't want to be too, you know, I don't want to celebrate too much because it's great to win.
right.
But you know what? This guy's standing out here fighting in front of his kids.
Sure.
Yep.
And I don't want to look like that guy either. So I really like a good chill song.
Yeah.
You know, get it over with. I don't want to be super hype. I leave my heart rate down as low as I can. And I just walk.
Yeah.
You know, this year might be different, and I think this is my last year.
You think this is your last year?
Yeah, I think I'm going to transition over and quite possibly try to coach some.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm going to be good at that either,
Well.
but that's what I feel like I'm going to transition over to is to help.
Man, nothing. You've got some experience, man. Nothing's, you know, experience is the best teacher. I think you'll probably make a really good coach because, you know, if nothing, you know, I mean, just throwing away. I think, you know, you'll probably be a great, you know, technique and boxing teacher, that too. But, you know, you definitely have the experience to teach them. You know, this is how you deal with it. You know, this is what it's going to feel like. This is what's going to happen. Because, man, you think about going out there because you know. But think about going out there for the first time.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be, you talk about nerve-wracking, dude. That'd be nerve-wracking. You know?
I'm sure it was,
because not everybody's,
right?
well, not everybody's got his mentality,
Well,
though.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Where he's like, I don't care. Like, a lot of them guys are going to be like what we said, I don't want to get knocked out. I don't want to lose. You know, my kid's watching. My wife's watching. My girlfriend's watching.
So maybe I heard, but has anybody fought more times than you?
Yes, there's been a few. Chad Emswiller has fought 18. I think this will be his 18th. He's fought every year.
Every year.
Let's see. Sam Smith, I think, is ahead of me by 1. I can't think of anybody else. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's some guys that's fought 10, but there's not many.
Okay.
You know.
So you are an OG.
Sure.
Yeah.
I am
He
for
is,
them.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I've kind of became a household name a little bit between fighting and ring girling. I've done that.
So you
So
do the ring girl too.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I got a shirt and all. I went and stole one of their shirts and was wearing these nice shorts and a super tight
You do that during the
shirt.
girl fights?
Oh, yeah.
So are you doing that this year?
Probably not. I haven't done it in a couple years. So I've done it for Shelly Wallace.
Yeah.
I've done it for her a couple times, and it's just fun. You know,
Now, is that Big Sexy's daughter?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it is. So just the first year I did it was just for funsie. It's like, I'll see if this could happen. So I ran down, and I was like, hey, can I do this? They're like, yeah. You need a shirt. I was like, yeah, I need a shirt. So I threw this shirt on, and the girls, I ran down and talked to all the ring girls, and I was like, hey, I'm going to slide in and do the first one. Is that okay? So they're all of them are like, yeah. So they tied my shirt up. So now I got this skinny white man out there, ring girl, holding the sign up, and it kind of turned into a thing for a couple of years, which it was super cool.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Like I said, the event's just it's a fun event, man. It's for charity, man.
That's the best part.
They're helping people, man. Yeah. There's a lot of things that you could do with that money, and they're deciding, and I know that's the whole reason it was started, but it's just amazing. And here's the thing, man, you can go for free, Jimmy. That people can go for free.
How?
All they got to do is
that?
watch this video, comment Guns and Hoses on the video, like the video, share the video, and then subscribe so that they don't miss when we give the tickets away. That's all. That's all they got to do.
Seems fair.
Free tickets to Guns and Hoses. And just think about it. If they get their tickets for free, they got T-shirt money when they get there.
That's right.
That money goes directly to the charity.
Yeah.
Everything that they do.
I don't see a downside.
There is no downside.
No.
No. We get to watch Sam, the Stillhammer Smith fight, and we get to watch Eric Baumberger don't give a fight. That should be his nickname right there. Can I coin it? Yeah. So anyway, man, I'm sorry, Eric. Thanks for coming on. I got mixed up.
That's all right.
I was too in my feels there talking.
You got excited.
Ready to announce.
You got excited.
But thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate the conversation. It was fun.
Thanks for having me. It's great.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Maybe we can talk again after the fight.
Heck yeah.
Man.
Let's do it.
And do that. Yeah. Well, let me ask you something. I asked the guys last week, man. Are you a fan of the movie Tombstone?
Oh my gosh.
Do you like it?
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Well, okay.
All right.
Well,
that movie.
every week we have a special goodbye that Jimmy gives to the people. So Jimmy, tell them bye.
Well, bye. That was great, man.
Yeah,
Killed
that was
it.
good, man.
You killed it.
That was fun.
It is fun, man. We have too much fun.